Welcome to my channel where we discuss everything and all things politics, especially about the 2023 presidential election. In this video, I want to talk about the conditions that the APC Presidential Campaign Council gave before their principal, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, will debate with the presidential candidate of Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi. According to a statement by Festus Keyamo, the spokesperson of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu campaign, he said that before their principal, Tinubu, will debate with Peter Obi, that Peter Obi must meet the following criteria. That Peter Obi must show his achievements in Anambra State as governor. That he must show record of his fighting for democracy. And that he must show evidence of forming a political party or being part of the formation of a political party. He said that Peter Obi must also show his manifesto, the manifesto on which basis he is contesting the election. And then Peter Obi must show those he has mentored in politics. These are the conditionalities they gave before Peter Obi will be allowed to debate Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They are trying to make it appear as if debate is no longer part of the democratic process in a civilized society. Because debates are supposed to be an opportunity for presidential candidates or contestants in any election to explain what they can do, how they will do it, and then confront those who are also bidding for the same position so that people can make informed choices ahead of the elections. But that is not what the APC want to do. They are giving conditionalities before Peter Obi or any other person, for that matter, I believe, will be allowed to debate with their principal. I will address this issue in this video. And before I go further to do that, if you are new to my channel and you have not yet subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button. Hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you will be among the first to know. God bless you. Now, I want to start first of all by looking at Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and why he thinks, or his supporters or his promoters think that he is a great achiever in politics, or that he performed wonderfully well as governor of Lagos State. I want to look at some of his legacies, which actually showed that he was not of any benefit to Lagos State in terms of what he did. Because Lagos State was run as his personal fiefdom, where he does not entertain any opposition. And some of the things I will say here and I will prove here will justify my position on this. And I would like to cite some sources. For example, according to Social Economic Rights and Accountability Project, at least 22 states in Nigeria have passed laws allowing payment of life pensions to former governors and deputy governors in Nigeria. Now, the states that have passed these laws include Abia, Akwa Ibom, Bauchi, Bayelsa, Borno, Delta, Ebonyi, Edo, Gombe, Kaduna, Kano, Katsina, Kogi, Kwara, Imo, Lagos, Niger, Osun, Oyo, Rivers, Yobe, and Zamfara states. Now you have listened to the names of these states that pass pension, life pension laws for their ex-governors. You will notice that Anambra State, where Peter Obi served, is not in the list. Anambra is not in the list. Now, most importantly about this is that of all the states that has passed these life pension laws for their former governors, Lagos has the most humongous pension package for their former governor, and it was signed by Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Because Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is always, his politics is always to take care of himself. And he was the first beneficiary of it because he initiated it. He wrote the things that were to be included in this. And I want you to listen to it. And you see the price that Lagos has continued to pay for having Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu as their governor in 1999. Now, Lagos as I said, is the first state to start the implementation of this humongous pension law, which Tinubu himself signed in 2007. Now, under the pension law of Lagos State, Section 2 reads, one residential house each for the governor and the deputy governor at any location of their choice in Lagos State, and one residential house in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, for the governor. Okay? This is what you benefit if you are the governor of Lagos State, and Tinubu packaged it for himself. So he is entitled to one house in Lagos in the area of his choice. It's not even the government that will determine where he will say where he wants the house to be. The same thing applies to the one in FCT Abuja for the governor. That's the legacy, that's the achievement of Tinubu that they want everybody to celebrate. The law also provides for 6 new cars every 3 years. 100% of the basic salary of the incumbent governor. 100% of the basic salary of the incumbent governor. And free health care for the beneficiary and family members. Now, this thing I'm telling you, they're already in public domain. You can go and check them out. So you can see that all this time that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is flying all over the world seeking for medical help, whether in Paris or in London, it is Lagos state government that is paying for it. Because that is covered under the pension law that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu signed in 2007. How many retired civil servants in Lagos enjoy such free medical services? We are talking about those who serve Lagos State government as civil servants, spend 35 years as teachers, as doctors, as clerks, as administrators. But Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because he spent 8 years as governor of Lagos State is still taking care of his health up to today. That is his achievement. So anytime you see Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu flown abroad, it is under Lagos State government, unless they will come out and dispute it and deny that it's not so, because that is covered under the law, under the pension law that Tinubu signed, that they will take care of him for life. And under that same law, former governors will be entitled to furniture allowance of 23.3 million, house maintenance 778,296 naira, utility allowance 1.5 million, car maintenance 2.3 million, entertainment 778,296, and personal assistant is entitled to a personal assistant, which he receives 1.9 million annually. A former governor is also entitled to 8 policemen and 2 DSS operatives for life. So you can now see how Tinubu left achievements. These are the achievements he left in Lagos State. That's the achievement that they are trumpeting about, that Tinubu achieved a lot in Lagos. And one of his legacies include putting in governors that are doing his bidding to this day. That is his achievement. Because just as he took care of his welfare as he was going in 2007, he has continued to put governors that took care of him. It's not about Lagos. It's about Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. His welfare. That is the achievement that they are trumpeting about, that he made in Lagos, in which he's now challenging Peter Obi to show his own report sheet of what he did in Anambra State. Now, since 2007, that Tinubu officially left power as governor of Lagos State, he has still been in charge of Lagos. He is the de facto governor of Lagos State because he determines who becomes governor. Nobody can be governor in Lagos without Tinubu's anointing and without that person doing his bidding. When Ambode did not do his bidding, he kicked him out because he has Lagos in his pocket, like so many nickels and diamonds. Yet, under his watch, since he's the de facto governor of Lagos State, and he takes credit for all the things that other governors after him had done in Lagos, he is also, therefore, under his leadership of Lagos. Lagos has been ranked this year, 2022, by The Economist as the second worst city to live in the world. That is the legacy of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That is the achievement of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. In 2022, The Economist ranked Lagos the second worst city to live in the world in its annual reports of cities around the world. Lagos was only ahead of Damascus, the capital of war-torn Syria, which retained its place as the least livable city on the planet. Lagos is not at war. Lagos prides itself that it is the safest state in Nigeria He prides himself that it is not like war-torn northeast and northwest of Nigeria. But in the ranking, Lagos is almost like a war-torn zone because the only city in the world that Lagos could do better, Lagos could not even do better than uh, cities in Somalia. Lagos is the second worst city. So the only reason why Lagos is not the worst city to live in the world today is because of war-torn Damascus. That is the achievement of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And that is not all. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu left a legacy of high debt. Lagos is the most indebted state in Nigeria. It has the highest foreign debt among the 36 states of the Federation and the FCT. It has the highest local debt among the 36 states and the FCT. That is the legacy and the achievement of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu also like to claim that they are responsible for the Eco Atlantic City project. That is a lie. Eco Atlantic City project was a private sector driven project. And where it was located is not owned by Lagos State government. It was located at the Bar Beach. The Bar Beach is a territory of the Federal Government of Nigeria. It doesn't belong to Lagos State government. Just like the port in Lagos doesn't belong to Lagos State government. So as a result of coastal erosion and coastal flooding that were disturbing businesses and corporate organizations there, many Lebanese and other big businesses that owns hotels and other corporate establishments decided to do something about it. They came up with a project that will stop the erosion, that will stop the sea flooding at the Bar Beach. And the project was approved by President Olusegun Obasanjo in 2003. The C of O of that place was not given by Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, no matter what they claim. Now, it doesn't belong to Lagos State. It is a project that was driven by the private sector, 100%. And it has the approval of federal government. Obasanjo approved that project. If Obasanjo hadn't approved it, it wouldn't have taken off. There wouldn't have been any Eco Atlantic City today. But in the documentary they did, they never mentioned Obasanjo's part of the whole thing. The only role Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu did was to be as a link man between the private sectors in Lagos and Abuja, where he got the approval of Obasanjo, because Obasanjo approved it, because Obasanjo first of all asked whether this project will be of benefit to the environment, benefit to Lagos State, benefit to the federal government. That was why Obasanjo approved it. So it is not something that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu should be trumpeting as his achievement. Because having looked around Lagos and nothing to claim, they claim that Eco Atlantic City as one of the biggest accomplishments of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu as governor of Lagos. It was in 2003 it was approved, and the development started in 2009 or thereabout. And by that time, Tinubu was no longer even in government officially. Of course, you know that, as I said, he's the de facto governor of Lagos State, since he determines everything that happens in Lagos State. You can't be local government chairman without his approval. You can't be councillor without his approval. The whole place is run like a mafioso kind of organization that you find if you read books by Mario Puzo and all these mafia writers in America and Italy. So that is it about the achievement of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Another achievement of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the opacity of his books. Lagos State is the only state in Nigeria that does not allow the implementation of FOI Act, Freedom of Information Act. Freedom of Information Act was passed as a law in 2011 by President Goodluck Jonathan. It was like a parting gift to the Nigerian media and to the Nigerian public. In 2011, it was signed into law. So that people can have access to information. The Lagos State government went to court to stop the implementation of Freedom of Information Act, saying that it does not apply to Lagos State. What is Lagos State hiding? Why can't his book be open? That is the achievement of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The opacity of the Lagos books, it cannot be open. There is no transparency. Even when the appeal court ruled that Freedom of Information Act is applicable to Lagos State, therefore Lagos State should open its books. Lagos State refused to open its book. That is the achievement they are talking about, that they have achieved a lot. So others should come and open their own books, should come and tell the Nigerians their own achievement. These are the achievements they have in Lagos. These are the achievements they have in Lagos. Now, in terms of Peter Obi, I'm not a spokesperson of Peter Obi, but I want to give you some facts about the achievements of Peter Obi, since they are looking for achievement. And what I will say here is not, it's like scratching the surface of his achievements, because they are numerous. If they are looking for that, they should go and search for it in Google, or they can as well go and look for his media assistant to tell them. But it's already in public domain that Peter Obi left behind 75 billion for his successor in Anambra State. He never left any debt. Until this day, Anambra remains one of the least indebted states in Nigeria. That is the legacy, that is the achievement of Peter Obi as governor of Anambra State. He left 75 billion. He left a lot of money. Several banks, he left $50 million. About 3 banks. He's proud to say it that he never owed any contractor, no pensioner. He didn't owe any salary. He left the state in a state that will be envious to other states. Because it was from those savings, those monies left behind, that today Anambra State has an airport built by his successor with the money that Peter Obi saved. He took Anambra State to #1 position in WAEC and NECO examinations. They were hovering around in the 28th positions before he became governor. He took them to #1. He is the reason why Innocent Motors is still operating today, because of the support he gave, the confidence he gave in made in Nigerian car, and decided that that is the vehicles that will be used in Anambra State. And he patronized the man and paid him up front. That is That is one of the achievements of Peter Obi. Peter Obi brought transparency and accountability in governance. Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala used to sing praises of him because of his transparency, because of accountability, because of his commitment to the development of Anambra State and Nigeria. Even though he belonged to an opposition party, because of his knowledge of governance, of economics, he was part of the economic team of President Goodluck Jonathan. Peter Obi never registered any company to be collecting tax on behalf of Anambra State, in or out of office, because he's a man of integrity. That is his achievement. That's one of his achievements. Now, one of the things that these people were saying, one of the conditionalities they were talking about is that fighting for democracy, that Peter Obi should bring evidence that he fought for democracy. Fighting for democracy is not a criteria to become president of Nigeria. It's not a constitutional requirement. Even the so-called fighting for democracy, it was about June 12th election that was annulled. And some people in southern Nigeria began a campaign for a validation of that result. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu allied himself with Nadeko, through which they fought Abacha government. But if you read the books and articles by Yinka Odumakin, the former publicity secretary of Afenifere, the late Yinka Odumakin, there are several places he has written it, that while Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu was pretending to be fighting for democracy in the day, for the validation of Abiola's mandate in the day, in the night he was lobbying Abacha to be appointed into his government. Go and search for it. They are everywhere. Go and check the writings of Yinka Odumakin. People are being deceived that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu fought for democracy. He was fighting for his own pocket, for his own interest. Yinka Odumakin demystified him. And he didn't counter. I've yet to see where he countered Yinka Odumakin. Yinka Odumakin, who was an insider in the struggle, wrote about how they will be arranging meetings, and Tinubu himself will also be arranging some meeting with Abacha people behind their back. Besides, if it is a criteria, fighting for Abacha, fighting for revalidation of June 12th, Obasanjo would not have been president, because Obasanjo never believed in the fight, that June 12th struggle. Because as far as Obasanjo was concerned, it was a farce. Why did Buhari become president? Buhari was against that fight. Forget about that he emerged president and tried to placate the Southwest with making June 12th a national holiday. When the June 12th campaign agitation was raging, Buhari was comfortably a member of the Abacha administration, holding a strategic position of chairman of PTF. What are we talking about? If that is a condition to become president, why did Tinubu support Buhari? Because Buhari never supported pro-democracy movement. Then they talk about to be forming political party. Why should Obi form political party when there are political parties already in existence? Why? Did Obama form a new, Barack Obama of America form a new party? Did Clinton form a new party? Did George Bush form a new party? Or David Cameron of England, when he was prime minister, they have to form a new party? How does forming a party make you superior to others in terms of democracy? What are they talking about? And then they talk about that Obi must show manifesto. Of course, Obi has his manifesto. They are working on it. But even without manifesto, how is APC better than Peter Obi? Did the APC implement any of its manifestos in 2015 and 2019? If they had implemented it, will Nigeria be the way it is today? A manifesto that you are not going to implement is as good as useless. And that is how I rate the APC manifesto in 2023. It's as useless as their manifestos of 2015 and 2019. Anybody who believes the manifesto of APC in 2023 need his head examined. Because if they did not implement their manifesto of 2015 and 2019, what made you think that they will implement their manifesto in 2023? So it shows that they have nothing to tell Nigerians. The truth is that Tinubu is treating Nigerians shabbily because in his mind he thinks that he's going to have a runaway victory. Since APC has about 22 state governors, APC has dominance in the National Assembly, APC has dominance in the State House of Assembly, he thinks he's going to have a runaway victory. He is just behaving like Goliath. But Goliath should also take note that a David has come to the battle and Goliath must fall. Thank you for watching this video, and if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. Please like this video and share it widely. If you like it, it will make others to see it, and more people will do the right thing ahead of the 2023 presidential election in Nigeria. God bless you.